just wanna find some kind of lucky pill for free, but you just have to keep showing up. You just keep showing up. Yeah, you just keep showing up. You just keep showing up. It's the only thing, if I know anything, that will set you for life. There ain't no quick fix or book of dirty tricks. There's just plain old strife. It's the sign of the times, I do believe. And with risk of sounding like an interrupted dream, once more I tell you, keep showing up. You just keep showing up. Yeah, you just keep showing up.
Good evening, everybody. Made it right on time tonight. That doesn't happen all that often. Hope everyone had a good Sunday. I took a really long nap today. Honestly, a really great thing for me. I have not been sleeping well the last two and a half weeks. I've been outside so much. And then I got back inside on Friday after 8 nights in a row sleeping outside. And I kind of just wanted to come in and lie down, and then I had a chance to like get inside and check my messages and my emails and things like that, and there was like an assignment for the creator program that I'm a part of for the game that I enjoy, and I had to get some things out. And then on Saturday, when I should have been like sleeping in and maybe like getting additional rest, they had like this flash assignment. They were just trying to get more of their creators online playing with the new hero that had come out on Friday. So they had like basically said like, you need to stream between here and here, and it was like a 22 hour period where they wanted us to stream for 2 hours. And I planned on doing a stream yesterday, but like I like to maximize as much as I can do when I'm inside. So when I got inside and stuff on Saturday, I just prioritized communication on like me streaming, trying to see if I could get some traffic into my channel. And then I streamed for 3 hours in the afternoon. And then of course I did my regular stream that we're doing right here. And then I went and saw a movie last night. We saw Spider-Man Brand New Day. I'm sure we can talk about that a little bit once people get here. Yeah, so it ended up, I didn't get back to the room until like 12:30 last night. I fell asleep around 1:15. But then I woke up at 6 a.m. so that I could do laundry. I had to do laundry today. Like I try to wait until like I'm about to check out so that I can leave and go be outside or whatever with fresh clothes in my suitcase. But I was just out of everything. Like I had to do laundry today. So yeah, it's been a long weekend. It's been really nice to be able to be indoors and just, I mean, I'm assuming I'm gonna be heading out back to Long Beach tomorrow, sleeping outside again tomorrow night. So my plan was to get as much sleep as I could today. So got some help this morning. I was planning on checking out today, in fact, but I got some help to stay inside, and I actually slept about 3 hours in the afternoon. And I'm fairly positive that after this live tonight, when we're all done visiting, I'm probably gonna get some more sleep again. It's just been oh man, it's been a long road. Still going and grinding, still trying to work towards something. Worked with the counselor and stuff this week. I won't be seeing a doctor in my appointments for about 2 or 3 weeks. I think they're frustrated with me, so I got a couple of mosquito bites on my leg that are just really starting to get under my skin. But yeah, it's been nice. Just I'm really looking forward to getting some more sleep tonight. I can't commit to like watching anything, and I'm definitely one of those people, like when I'm like, if I need to be heads down into like a project or an assignment or whatever it might be that I need to work on, I kind of like to just have some music on. But if I'm working on things that are like kind of like redundant, updating spreadsheets or sending just super quick correspondence or something like that, I usually like to have like a movie on, something on in the background, a comfort show, so to speak. And unfortunately right now I can't really commit to anything. Like, if I'm being honest, I probably want to watch One Tree Hill, OC, Everwood's been on my mind a little bit lately. But like these shows that I've watched over and over again. I'd love to watch like Buffy the Vampire Slayer again, or maybe do some Star Trek, Next Gen, or Voyager, one of those two. I just can't really commit, so like I'm just kind of watching some MCU films, some older ones. So yeah, when I laid down today, I was able to sit down and I started Captain America, Winter Soldier. That's Bucky's film, so like I thought it'd be cool to watch that one. But we have another week ahead of us. I don't really know what the week's gonna be. We're still working on getting everyone funneled back into the Discord. Turns out like I gotta be friends with some people to send them invites. I didn't realize that was a thing. So it's gonna take some while. I'm definitely gonna put some effort in throughout the week and just trying to reconnect with people that maybe feel like I abandoned them a little bit. Like, I totally understand why you might feel that way, but that was never my intention or anything. I just I needed a really, really long break, and leaving that server unsupervised was not going to be to my benefit in any way, shape, or form. So starting fresh, and I will try to find healthier ways, I think, to give myself a break in the future. I think these long breaks that I take are just a culmination of I've just been online constantly for a number of years now. I mean, even New York Life, when I was with them, like I started a Facebook page again. That was like the last time I ever had Facebook, and I was like so upset. I was emotionally upset and distraught about it. But I had to do it because there were so many few social media sites that I was allowed to utilize when I worked for that company. Like, I wasn't allowed to use Instagram. Like, that is wild bullshit, because it's probably one of the most popular platforms for photo sharing in media and like all that kind of stuff. So to like not be able to to not be able to use all of the social media sites was really frustrating. To be forced onto Facebook was frustrating. I was forced on Twitter. I don't know. I'm kind of contemplating a lot of things. I'm an affiliate here on Twitch, so I can't like step away from this. This is really, really important, and it serves a vital role to my growth. But I also know that being on YouTube is also very vital. the way that we go about sharing and doing things on Twitch is very, very different from how you would go about doing it on other sites. So I don't know, I'm giving it some thought. I'm trying to consider like how I can go about adjusting how I'm doing things. Trying to set some time maybe in the mornings where I can comb through my content and try to see if I can find some good things. I do have an AI tool that I want to use, and I want to use it more regularly. I am using it for gaming clips, but it has to be like reconfigured to get like these kinds of conversations. Like, you know, I want to be able to get 30 to 45-second clips that I can post online. It's kind of low-hanging fruit, but it's also not low-hanging fruit because of the way that I operate and the way the system's set up. It makes it a little challenging. Hey, Moxie. Yeah, I asked for some help, and a few people were able to step in today to give me a hand and pitch in together so I could stay in. I didn't really get a chance to sleep. I actually just finished talking about this, but I didn't really get a chance to sleep like Friday or Saturday because I got inside and saw that there were activities to do and work to be done. And I had some motivation yesterday to really put my head down and try to get a stream coordinated, maybe try to communicate that I was going to be on stream. So I was able to take a 3-hour nap today, which made up for the fact that I only got like 5.5 hours of sleep last night after the movie. So yeah, I was able to get a nap in. I'm going to get some more sleep tonight. I'm really looking forward to sleeping tonight because I know that once we get back outside tomorrow, I won't be sleeping really all that well again. So just, you got to take advantage of having a bed when you can get in a bed, you know? But yeah, how's your day been, Moxie? How's your Sunday been? How's your catch up on sleep? I know you're kind of just mostly trying to catch back up. Are you going back to work tomorrow? Or have you been back to work? Sorry, I got a mosquito bite, Moxie. It's driving me nuts. Ugh. I will just step outside here in just a few minutes. Someone was kind enough to order me some dinner, so I got some finger foods to enjoy tonight. Looking forward to that. I might need to grab a fork. We'll see if they bring me a fork. You thought you were better, but then you started to crash around 4 p.m. Did you just power through or did you take a nap? 8 a.m. meetings, man. Whenever you guys all share about your meetings, it kind of gives me like mini trauma. I just have so many. I think I have a lot of questions. Powering through? Yeah, probably. I know it's not fun for you, but probably the best. If you can just like stay, maybe tonight's the night you stay down and it just, yeah. I know it can take a while. I don't know, I just got a lot of questions, I think. Pretty much since 2023 about life. There's just gotta be more to life. You're going for 10? That's 3 hours. Well, I hope I can keep you engaged a little bit for a little bit of that. Maybe occupy your mind for 20 or 30 minutes. I'll be on till 8:30. We'll see if more people trickle in. Hang on, let me message a few people. There's one. Here's two. I'm literally texting these people. I'm on for a bit. Hopefully they know what that means because that's all I got. I'm just messaging people I know that aren't in Discord quite yet. But yeah, movie last night was really good. It was really fun. It was a long one for my first movie and over 2. I really think my last movie was Oppenheimer, which was a good movie. That was a really good movie. Yeah, it was a good movie last night. It was a Spider-Man movie. It was like the cinema. That might be the best cinematography I think I've seen in a Spider-Man movie. Yeah, I did okay. I'm gonna try to make this not sound as dark as it actually was. It was a nice theater. They had like reclining seats and all that stuff, so it was a nice theater. It was an older theater, and it was like those old theaters in the 80s and 90s that they used to build, where like you walk in through the back and it's just literally like a back wall, and then just like to your right or left or whatever is where the seats start, and you walk all the way from the back down all the way to the front or whatever. So twice I had to stand up and then go to the back. I was on an aisle seat, so it was kind of easy to do. And so I didn't have to step outside and like miss any of the movie. I didn't miss any scenes or anything. But I did that twice. The first time I did it for about 4 or 5 minutes, and the second time I did it for probably a little bit over 10 minutes. I just stood in the back, and I had some space away from everyone else. The theater was pretty full too. Um, it was a really packed house. Um, but just like I just think some anxiety. I think these types of things are gonna take me a while to kind of readapt to with normal life. Um, but yeah, it kind of ended up working. Yeah, you're right. It ended up working perfectly where I wanted to enjoy the movie. Um, my mind stayed mostly in it. Like, I wasn't like 100% in the movies like I used to be a few years ago, but I was in it and I watched it, and I wasn't like I didn't miss any plot lines or anything. But yeah, cinematography, some of the best cinematography I think we've ever had in a Spider-Man movie. I think between Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland, I think this is our ninth Spider-Man movie. Wow, we've made 9 Spider-Man movies since 2000, 2001. When was the first one? I can't remember when Tobey Maguire's first one was. Popcorn was great. I did have to ask them to go light on the butter. I had to. I'm not supposed to have that much. Um, but yeah, popcorn was great. I still have my junior mints from the movie. Um, and I did end up getting some caffeinated soda. You haven't seen a Spider-Man movie since Tobey? Moxie, you should find some time to watch the Tom Holland is the best Spider-Man. I grew up on Tobey Maguire, so like I should be out here saying like Tobey is my Spider-Man, but Tom is my Spider-Man. He has been the best, and I loved Andrew Garfield. He did a great job too, but Tom is great. Um, his because he's English, so he has a really clean. He made a really clean Queen's accent. He made a really good adaptation. He looks the part, and he's growing into the adult Spider-Man so well. Um, they've also done just like an incredible job incorporating Tom's Spider-Man in with the rest of the MCU. Before Tom made, yeah, he's a great human being. He's a fantastic human being. Before the movie began, there was a like 30, 45-second thing of Tom just sitting in a chair with the Spider-Man poster behind him and just saying, you know, I hope you really enjoyed the film. Thank you so much for taking the time to come see this on the big screen. We made this movie for you. We know how much this character means to all of you. Like, it was just him saying that before the movie even started. It was like a 30, 45-second thing, little spiel, and it's like, man, he sat down to like, it broke the record for Avengers Endgame. Like, this movie is done really, really well. I truly think that during the pandemic, they just made some really bad MCU films. Like Ant-Man Quantumania was really not that great. And I love, what's his face? I'm drawing a blank right now. He's in Clueless. I have to look it up now. It's bugging me. Paul Rudd. That's who I was thinking of. Paul Rudd. It's a Paul Rudd film, so it shouldn't have been like a bad movie, but it really was. It wasn't that great. And then they made the second Marvel film was not Mrs. Marvel was not that great. Yeah, I'm happy I could go too. Ooh, food's here. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna go pick up my food. Just 1 second. It's right downstairs. Like I said, guys, super quick. Super quick. I really hope they gave me a fork. I think I have forks, though. But yeah, I'm happy I could go too. Now I feel like I can nerd out on Avengers stuff again, because that movie comes out on December 18th. Any good previews? Anne Hathaway and Ewan McGregor have a movie that looks very interesting. It's called End of Elm Street or something like that. It's like, it looks weird, but it looks good weird. And Anne Hathaway has 5 movies releasing this year, you guys. 5. So we're having some orange chicken tonight. It's spicy too. You could choose the spiciness level. I went with like a 3 out of the 4 spiciness levels. And then I just got some fries. I thought about doing garlic fries. Being a single person, I probably should take advantage of doing garlic fries as often as I can. But, oh dude, I don't need a fork. I can just do this. This is awesome. I should have gone hotter. This isn't that spicy. But yeah, like End of Elm Street or something. They're making another Jumanji. I haven't seen any of the Jumanjis. I mean, the original Jumanji I saw. I loved that movie as a kid growing up. I don't know if your son watched that growing up, Moxie, but I loved the original Jumanji. With Robin, was it Robin Williams? Yeah. Such a good movie. That I had to have watched that probably 3 or 4 dozen times as a child, but I haven't seen any of the new ones with like The Rock and Jack Black and stuff. I haven't seen them. Those are the only 2 that like stood out that I remember. I was really excited for the movie to start. And they played like 3 or 4 previews. They didn't play a lot. And then Easy is covering my entry fee to play again in the Fantasy Football League. We're gonna need to make some kind of goal. I had a side conversation with Easy over text today. To major in sport management is like really, it's a cool thing to go and tell people you did. Yeah, I got laundry done this morning, before I thought I was gonna check out. Yeah, being able to major in sport management, it's a cool thing to say that you majored in it. It's a cool thing to study. There's so many elements to it, from the role women have to play in sports at every level, to what's the best solutions for children at the youth level, the development level, different styles of coaching and leadership, which is all really important. We've all seen like the 34-year-old dad who's just yelling and screaming at a group of 8 or 9-year-old t-ball kids. Like, we don't need that. And so it's understanding what psychologically that does, and that actually has a negative contribution to how you end up growing up. if you have a bad coach at that early of an age. And like learning all these things. And then there's some of the other things that I learned on the professional side. How do you get the most out of an athlete whose job it is to perform? How do you keep them going, operating at their best, even when things may feel at their worst? And it's really interesting. But to get involved with pro sports, you do need to maintain your knowledge base of what's going on. And I think 3 years of not watching football needs to come to an end. So I think I'm going to need to come up with some kind of mechanism here. We're heading into this football season. Because the draft, he said, is on the 29th, so we're 20 days away from the draft. I literally was like picking things up. I remember last year, I think I remember this vaguely, we were on TikTok Live, and someone mentioned or something that someone got kicked out of the game because they did something to Dak Prescott. And I just remember going, okay, what did Dak do? And everyone was like all flabbergasted that I would know that Dak Prescott would curse or spit on someone. I can't remember what he did, but that comes from just being engaged in an activity, and just getting to know all of the nuances of what's going on. I still feel like I have it because 3 years really isn't that much of a break. It really isn't. And I still check box scores and stuff like that. And I made it to like the end of the playoffs in that league, not watching football last year. So I think I'm going to make it a priority. Just if I'm able to be inside or something, maybe I'll just maybe make it a goal to maybe watch one football game every week. I don't need to sit down and watch all the highlights necessarily. I mean, that probably would be the best if I could. But maybe just make it a priority to watch a game a week and just try to, if this doesn't work out and I need to go back to working in pro sports again, I need that knowledge base. I can't let it go. Otherwise, I'm just making things worse for myself. And this is something that should be fun and engaging for me to maintain. So I just need to I need to work on my willpower here and just kind of power through some of that trauma. And yeah. So I'm very, very nervous. I wasn't planning on returning to play in his league again, but I recognize it's probably from a mental health standpoint in the long run, it'll probably be good for me. And to have a friend, here in the community that wants to like make sure that I'm staying on top of that, that's important. So see if the fries are any good. Yeah, these fries are good. Look at these fries. They're not soggy. They're solid fries. I hate when fries get like all soggy in transportation, like McDonald's and Burger King fries. Like, I get it. Like, I have a lot of McDonald's obviously these days, but nothing's worse than like McDonald's fries that have been sitting in a bag for 10 minutes. My last thought on the me trying to work on the sports thing is I still want to stay away from the gambling stuff. If I do end up going back to pro sports, it's going to be in a front office. So I need to avoid any commingling with gambling type topics and stuff. Working for a pro sports team. You don't think you're going to make it to 10? Oh, man. I'm sorry. You can hop off and go do something else if you need to. Don't feel the pressure to hang out with me all the whole live stream. If it's making you tired. Oh, good, good. Trying to think of what else. Yeah, sports. We just powered through my two topics for the night. The movie last night, and like I said, I still got my junior mints, so looking forward to enjoying those. Um, yeah, this is gonna be a wild heading into this year. Like it's very overwhelming to think. General plan for me this week. No doctor, but counseling on Tuesday. I imagine I'll be outside most of the week, so Panera at 6 a.m. This is what's tough. So like when I sleep outside, excuse me, let me get this fries in. When I sleep outside, I set an alarm for 4:50. Um, the gym that I'm gonna go to is nearby where I sleep, so I kind of have it all set up where like, hey, it goes off and it just says gym time. I don't go to the gym because I don't have a place to put my things, nor do I have workout shoes. But I have to get out of that park before they come to open up the restrooms at 6 a.m. sharp. Always open up the restrooms at 6 a.m. I need to be out of that area because when they come to lock up the restrooms, it's dark. So I can be in the spot that I'm in and I'm not seen. But I cannot be in that spot when they come to open up the restroom. So I wake up at 4:50 and then I use the drinking fountain, the water fountain, to kind of clean up a little bit. I got like a little process that I follow. I brush my teeth, fresh deodorant, all that stuff. And then Panera Bread Week opens up at 6 a.m. So I walk the few miles to Panera in the very early morning, whatever. That's my workout, pulling that 400-pound wagon to Panera. That's my workout every morning. And I usually settle in. Bagels with tax is like $2.13, and then of course I get my drinks for free. I can get a new drink every 2 hours. But they have a coffee bar, so I just sit there and I do that, and then the library opens up at noon Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and then 10 a.m. on Friday and Saturday. So I go to the library and I spend, hey Boostin, welcome in. And I do that until they close at either 6 or 7. And then I go back to either Panera to work a little bit more, edit some more videos. I've been working on the website a lot lately. I know I've shown that a lot this weekend, but I'm kind of just trying to, I need to send these companies that I'm sending video messages to, I need to send them somewhere to see my vision. So I'm trying to take my vision that's been on my business plan and is just in a Word document, and I'm trying to use Adobe Firefly. I have my AI credits that I can use to create AI images, and I'm trying to create the image of what I want things to look like. But whenever I'm indoors, I try to shoot one video. I shot one this afternoon that I just need to edit and clean up, but it's basically a video resume is what I would interpret it as, but it's kind of like a pitch. There's a lot of companies that design a business format, much like Marvel Rivals has their creator program that I'm a part of, but they design it on like an MLM style compensation format, you guys, and I don't like that. I feel like that really, really takes advantage of not just my work ethic, but other people's work ethic as well. And I think a great example is New York Life. I accepted the New York Life job at the beginning of October 2023, started with them in November, and I didn't get my first paycheck from them until the first week of April 2024. I made sales and I made commission in that period of time, and during that time, they just held my commissions until I reached a certain plateau, and then they released my commissions. And that same ideology of compensation is how a lot of these creator programs work. And I don't necessarily want to shy away from it, because I'm not shying away from the work. I just don't think that it's very fair to expect someone to work for you for free for such an extended period of time and not offer them any compensation. So I'm trying to utilize this video resume platform and the website to try to sell myself to companies that might be in a better position to entertain a certain type of arrangement. And instead of developing a relationship with a creator like myself through an agency or through a team, which is how most of it works, you can develop the relationship with me. You can 1099 me, and I can get a little bit of something for my effort. And New York Life is a Fortune 100 company, Moxie. So the fact that they did that to me, I was bewildered. And they don't tell you that up front, that you have to hit this certain marker in order to get a paycheck. So you start and then you get trapped. And it's just something that I don't really like. And it's like, not that I won't do it, because I'm in a position I gotta do what I gotta do. But if I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do that type of a thing for a company that I actually can stand by. And not some random small Joe Schmo energy powder drink company. Like, I'm not really into that kind of thing. I don't want to sell energy drink stuff. That's what a lot of it is. Energy drinks, supplements. There's a lot of like beauty stuff. If you're a female content creator, you can usually get tons of samples for like mascara, foundation, all that kind of stuff. And like that obviously isn't really gonna work for a person like me. So my hope is that this is a little bit off the beaten path, but I don't know, believe in myself and believe in my vision. And if one of two of these 12 companies are like, that vision sounds cool, we'll be off and running. But it's just trying to line up the website and take what I have in writing, and I have had in writing for a long time, and just using those photos that I'm creating to create that vision. I think AI is here now. Use it. Like, show people my vision, show people what I'm actually conceiving in my head, so that instead of just reading or hearing me pitch it, they can see a photo, or maybe maybe I should look into making like a short video. Maybe I could do that on Adobe Firefly, make like a 15-30 second video. I don't know how many credits that would use. I only get 250 credits a month, and it's taking 20 credits just to make a photo. But yeah, I'm just trying to do that, and hopefully that helps me along. And then on top of it, so I'm going to be working on all that stuff this week. I'll try to get some gaming time in during the day so that I can pull some clips. It's obviously not as good quality to see my face when I'm having to game from like Panera or the library, because I can't be on camera. But it's still something that I can put out in the world, and at least keeps me consistent with the creator program. So I'll be working on all that kind of stuff. And then my counselor and I are kind of taking a long shot on getting me possibly into an interim housing spot. We've gone back and forth. The biggest key with this particular place, and the reason why we have not applied yet, is because we're trying to do things in a way where it doesn't get out that we're trying to do it in a way where it never shows up on a future background check that I was in this facility. If any future employers would ever find out that I was in a facility like this, I would never be able to work again. Or at least not in the high level capacity that I am accustomed to. So we're trying to kind of do this the right way. And then I'm sure maybe on Tuesday or Wednesday I'll try to check in with our friend about the car. Try to see if we can get an update on the help that he's offered to provide. I know the Jetta's gone, but there's some other updates we're waiting on. So that's kind of the plan for the week, but I'm not really planning on necessarily being inside. I think if the help comes to get inside or stay inside, I'll definitely take it, but I'm kind of planning on just getting some help, maybe getting a ride back to Long Beach tomorrow, and just Yeah, I got my appointments too on Tuesday morning, so I gotta be in Long Beach for those. Um, I don't know. Yeah, plan on maybe a week. It's not fun, but I don't know, at least I can eat a little bit better. Um, the mix and match deal at Panera is 11.02 with the taxes and stuff, and a bowl of soup and a sandwich is a lot better than doing McDonald's for like $6.78 right now. Is how much the meal deals at McDonald's are running, which is wild. When I first started on this journey, yeah, they're actually doing a sale on gift cards too right now for back to school. Yeah, I'm a member of the Sips Club Booston, so for last month, the present month, and then next month, for $7.50 a month, I get unlimited drinks. Every 2 hours, I can get a new cup. And my Panera has a coffee bar, so you don't have to like go ask them to refill your coffee. They just give you your coffee, and you just go refill it all you want. Um, they have tea too. I've had several times. I've had some black tea. I do like having English breakfast tea every once in a while. I've been trying to do a bagel in the morning. I do skip the schmear because the schmear is an extra $2. I just do the bagel. Um, but yeah, it's been a nice break. They have decent internet, so I'm able to get a little bit of work done. I can't sleep there or anything. That's the other hard part. I'm not like taking naps during the day like Roxy and I used to do at the park. I'm uh, I'm staying awake pretty much most of the day, all day. Um, but I mean, it allows me to keep my things charged. This was stuff I couldn't do with Roxy, so I'm able to keep my things charged and stay somewhat connected. It's funny, the internet library is really, really good, but it's good for some things and not good for others. The internet at Panera is not very good, but the things that it's good for are things that are bad library. I'm gonna blow my nose. 1 second. 1 second.
She promised me to never leave my side, but she left me here alone. I know it's dumb, I still check my phone.
Ah. So I kind of have a little routine of doing most of my video editing at the library, um, and yeah, it's going okay over there. And the gaming too. The gaming's better at the library. Which Spider-Man movie are you guys watching tonight, Booston? I'm assuming you're watching one of the Tom Holland ones. Yeah. Far From Home. Oh, that's a good one. That's the one where they go to Europe, right? That's a good one. Trying to pretend like every single high school kid in America got to go to Europe on a high school field trip. It's the funniest plot line in the whole series. Someone ordered me some dinner, so I'm having some finger food, guys. You asked if they were in college? That's funny. So in this Spider-Man, Tom Holland's, they all went to like a really fancy school. He's not going to like an inner city school or a public school. He's supposed to be at a school for really, really smart kids. And I mean, Spider-Man's supposed to be a genius. He's supposed to be a really intelligent guy. They did such a good job in that movie too. If you pay really close attention, you'll see Jake, because Jake Gyllenhaal plays Mysterio or whatever. You'll see him in scenes before they like officially introduce him. You'll see him in the background in a couple of scenes if you're paying really close attention. They did such a good job with that movie. But yeah, the funny part about that movie is that like this portrayal that like every single kid in high school in America gets to go to Europe on a field trip. I hate Dorio. No worries. Yeah, I did enjoy the movie. It was really, really good. It was a really good movie. It was a little long. We had an Avengers Secret Wars teaser at the end. That was the end credit scene. It was really fun. So not the next Avengers movie. The next Avengers movie was teased. Which is pretty cool. Yeah, it was. It was. I had to step in the back of the theater just a couple of times. But no biggie. It's all good. It all worked out just fine. I was sharing it a little bit earlier. I kind of like... Man, why am I getting so congested? When I'm not doing when I'm doing menial kind of tasks and work, I like to have shows up. I can't really do that right now because I can't get into a show. So I'm watching just random MCU movies. I decided I didn't want to watch the original Captain America, but I'm watching Captain America Winter Soldier. So what snacks did I get? I got popcorn and I got a soda. I'm really upset about that. We will not be having anything, no lemonades or any of the sweetened iced teas at Panera for at least like a week and a half to 2 weeks. That's punishment for having a soda. It was a really good soda though. And then I had some Junior Mints. So I still have a few left. I will munch on these a little bit later on tonight. But I got there like a little bit early, and I pounded like the first half of the popcorn like immediately. I was like, okay, yo, we gotta slow down a little bit. You think Mando was the last movie you saw? Wow. The last movie I think that I saw before last night was Oppenheimer. And I think I saw Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 just before that too. Oppenheimer was a great movie. I'm really happy I went to the theater to see that one. You only go once a year? My ex-wife and I really like going to the movies. You watch Oppenheimer and Barbie in the same day? That's quite the undertaking. That does sound like fun. I haven't seen Barbie. Oh yeah, Boostin, you're right. It's tough getting out with kids. I know that. I know it's tough. And they have all their activities and sports and clubs and play dates with friends throughout life. That gets busy. I certainly understand. When I lived in West LA with my ex-wife, we actually had 2 movie theaters in walking distance of us. So we had a Cinemark just 10 minutes away. So our date nights, I just grabbed my wife's hand and we just walked down the street, and there was a Dave & Buster's and a Buffalo Wild Wings, and we had a couple other restaurants in that area, and we grab a bite to eat and walk upstairs to the Cinemark. We buy some movie tickets, and then we used to do a lot of movies when we lived in Salt Lake too, because I used to work for a company that owned the movie theater chain out there. Yeah, movies have always been I don't know, it's always been a big part of my life. Like, I'm not like a movie like guru or anything. I like going to movies and just. I think with my OCD, it's just a really great way to just take my mind off of things for an hour or two. So, you think the last movie you saw in theaters was Barbie? Barbie was Ryan Gosling and the Australian girl from Wolf on Wall Street, right? I can't remember her name. So Barbie, I've heard it's really good. I've heard it was really well. I know they got nominated for a couple of awards too. Barbie, Margot Robbie. There we go. There we go. Thank you very much. You are right. That is Margot Robbie. I have never worked with her. That's probably why I forgot. You like Barbie too, Boostin? Yeah, I haven't seen Barbie. Ryan Gosling is the new Ghost Rider. And you know what's funny about that is it's a character he wants to play. It was just announced a week and a half ago too. 2 weeks ago. It was just announced that he's going to play Ghost Rider. And what's funny is he only has to be a better actor in that movie than Nicolas Cage was in his Ghost Rider films. So like the bar for Ryan Gosling is really, really low. You just have to do a better, you have to play that character better than Nicolas Cage. That's all you have to do. But the other funny part is Ryan Gosling he's in a I don't think they're married, but he's in, I don't think they're married. Yeah, they're partners. Eva Mendes. And she was the love interest for Nicolas Cage in the first Ghost Rider movie that came out. So, like, yeah, like, he's gonna play a character that his partner 20-something years ago was in the movie for opposite Nicolas Cage. Like, that's so interesting to me. And part of me is like, could you bring her back? Because we're ignoring those Ghost Rider films with Nicolas Cage. We don't need that. We don't need that at all. You love Ryan? You're gonna go see La La Land in the theaters on the 10th anniversary of it? Wow. I actually own that movie and I've never watched it. I've never watched it. I'm just double checking. I purchased it because it was on sale for like $2.99 or something like that, like 4 or 5 years ago. And yeah, I never got a chance to watch it. Yeah, I own La La Land. I should watch that movie. I really, really should. I don't know why I haven't ever watched it. Shame on me. Shame on me, guys. Whenever I think of Ryan Gosling or Ryan Reynolds, I think of John Oliver. He had a joke on one of his shows that just like it lives in my head rent free about how Canada has a crazy hot Ryan export business. I can't even remember how he says it. I need to go look that up. Oh man. But I do think Ryan Gosling's so good. The first movie I saw with Ryan Gosling in it was The Notebook. Huge fan of that movie. Love that movie. I think that movie is fantastic. If you don't cry in that movie, you're not a fucking human being. Something about you is broken. I love that film. Years since La La Land came out. I think we'll all get over it in the long run. I think that's mostly Blake's problem, to be honest, because like I kind of checked in on that a little bit. I've dealt with stuff like that in my career, working at the studio. Like even Ryan distanced himself publicly from his wife just a little bit. He was like, yo, what are you dragging me into? You don't cry, but you cried? Yeah, you have to cry in that movie. Oh, such a good flick. It ruined dating life for men, though. Like, his character in that, like, just loving someone that much, staying true to what you wanted to accomplish. You think he was at the root? I don't think he was at the root. I think he tried to defend his wife until he realized, like, this is turning into something that it's not supposed to turn into. Um, but I think we'll all get over it. Um, to me, that whole situation was a nothing burger situation on both sides. It seemed like we're just trying to create problems to create problems, and I'm not really about that. But it's also a power move. People want power. And what's his face was an exec producer on that movie too. I don't know if he got a writing credit or something, but I think Ryan was pretty smart to distance himself for his wife publicly for a few months. There was just a lot of nonsense there you don't need to get dragged into. But you guys got to remember, Blake Lively came up starring in Gossip Girl. So, like, are we all really that shocked? You know? Like, I love that show. I think that's a great show. I watched that whole show. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he owned the rights. You're right. Like I said, I don't know if he... yeah, he directed it. I don't know if he wrote it, though. I mean, it's not a movie I've seen. But part of me also wonders, and I just share this because, again, I worked in the industry, guys. Part of me wonders if all of that was intentional marketing. I don't think she's a great actress either. You read the books, but you did not see the movie. Yeah. She's great in Gossip Girl because I think that's her in real life. Like, respectfully, I think that's her in real life. I think that's why she's good in that show. She does not give us Californians a great reputation out there. Can we just like pretend she's not from California, please? You never saw Gossip Girl. It's also based on a book, Moxie, but it's a millennial show. Penn Badgley's in it. There's a few pretty good characters. What's her face? Meester? I can't remember her name. She married the guy from the OC, though. Yeah, the show, but to your point, Boostin, I think the reason that Gossip Girl is the exception for Blake Lively's acting is because that's her. Like, that just is her. I don't mean that in like a toxic, like, get the fuck out of here kind of way. I mean that in like a, yeah. She was in Country Strong. Oh, interesting. My ex really liked her in A Simple Favor, opposite of, what's her name? I haven't worked with her either. They actually made a sequel to this movie. Anna Kendrick, who I do love Anna Kendrick. I genuinely do enjoy the Pitch Perfect movies. I know I'm a guy, I probably shouldn't be admitting that out loud to the world, but I do. I think they're really fun. You've never seen Pitch Perfect? Mm-mm. I think it's a local spot. I have some orange chicken that was supposed to be spicy, but it's not. I have some really good crunchy french fries. They've just been sitting over here and they're still crunchy. It's awesome. I'm really grateful. They got here at like 7:15, right after I started the live. So. You know what they didn't show before the movie started yesterday? They did not show a trailer for Avengers Doomsday. Mind you, like 80 million people have watched that trailer, so I don't think they have to play it anymore. But I was kind of shocked that they didn't show a trailer for that movie. Nor did they show a trailer for the Avengers. So if you guys don't know, they are bringing Avengers Endgame back to theaters, and it's going to have like 9 to 10 minutes of additional footage, which is interesting. What up, Easy? I'm so sorry your 2 weeks are up. I hope you have a good day at work tomorrow, Moxie. If I'm indoors or whatever, I'll be online tomorrow. I'd love to hear about your first day. Easy, how's your day been? I heard you guys are watching Spider-Man Far From Home. How's that going? I also told Moxie and everyone else that I was joining your football league again this year. We talked about that a little bit earlier too. Man, why am I so congested? Also, why is the new subscriber thing staying up so long? Like, it's up there for a really long time. And your name didn't really show up. Okay, I cleared it out. Then your son jumped on to Spider-Man for the PS5. You know what I'm thinking about doing is with my existing follower group. I mean, I don't know how many. Oh, you heard me? Nice. I'm trying to find. I have one. My friend Petty, her daughter might want to learn Marvel Rivals. So if you and your son wanted to learn Marvel Rivals, I just had to find one more person. And we could do like a stream night where I could teach you four and then maybe one other person we gotta find how to play that game. And it could be really fun. There's Spider-Man in that game. He's playable. He's just really, 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 really hard to learn. No, Aradorio, I'm gonna play fantasy football with Silent J and his friends again. I played last year as well. I didn't watch any football games and I came in like 3rd or 4th place. Because I'm that good. And no, I'm not. I won't be going back to like doing anything like that anytime soon. You 2 more people to finish out 10 man. Nice. Hey, Angelina. No, I will never be on TikTok ever again, Angelina. Never, ever again. I'm very sorry. That was not my choice. But I am on Twitch whenever I am inside. I try to stream at around 7:30 every night. I try to get on and visit with everybody. Gonna try to find a few people at work? Yeah, good call. Yeah, it is fun, Aradorio. I'm not really watching a lot of sports, but I respectfully understand that given that my BS is in sport management, if I take another year off of watching sports, thanks for the 100 bits, Jay. If I take another year off of watching sports, I'm gonna start to suffer some gaps in my knowledge base, and that's really, 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 really bad for both my well-being and my career. So, yeah, Angelina, just kind of hanging in there, doing the best I can. I spent more time in July sleeping outside than sleeping inside, so it's definitely not been easy lately. But we're just trying to do the best we can with what we got, take advantage of visiting with everyone in the community when I'm inside, and just waiting for a break here at some point. That's all we can really do. Keep doing the best we can every day and hoping for a break. Yeah, you told me that 29th, so 20 days from today. Oh, no worries. I mean, you can just update the time and we'll be good. Okay, that alert went away. That's weird. I might need to take a look at my settings. I also learned, you guys, let me show you guys this. We're not doing anything with this right now, but I want to show you this cool tool that I found. I found a tool. If you guys see there in the bottom right hand corner, I can do giveaways. So I'm not doing one right now, but I'm just showing it as an example. So if someone like types like giveaway, one of you guys can. I tried running this yesterday and no one wanted to participate, but it's specific to Marvel Rivals. Um, and I can run these on my own. Here, let me show you. Let me show you guys. I can run these on my own, and I don't need a moderator to help me do it. Ignore that message from Stream Elements. I haven't figured out how to fix it. But when the timer expires in 8 seconds, it will just pick a winner for the giveaway. And it should show up right there. And somebody wins, and then I can communicate to, whomever, hey, you won something, yada, yada, yada. So I found this tool. I tried using it yesterday to run a giveaway for Marvel Rivals in-game units that I get from my content creation program. But I'm going to try to find ways to get some more engagement in here using that to do giveaway stuff. You're in another league with your coworker that he commissions. You both had to be big-time commissioners and agree with your draft schedule so you don't do the same day. Yeah, I've been in some like $250, $500 buy-in leagues before. $5 per trade and stuff like that too. So I know all about having to coordinate that kind of stuff. I was also in several dynasty leagues, and those get really, really complicated when you're trying to coordinate draft times with a lot of people that are in the same league. But yeah, really fortunate to find a really cool tool that I can use in my streams. But gonna go to bed here in just a few. He does the big drafts like that, $5 to trade. It's like $200, $300 buy-ins. Yeah, they're so expensive. You have to make it expensive to keep people engaged, though. Oh man, I gotta blow my nose again. One sec, guys. Maybe it's like the not spiciness from the spiciness. Thanks for the biddies, Jay. Oh, appreciate it, man. Really appreciate it. Yeah, yeah, you gotta keep people engaged. Someone goes 0-4, 0-5 to start the season, and they're tuned out, and they're just a free win for everyone else down the road. And nothing's worse than being a guy that played that team like the second week of the season, and everyone else is now getting free W's against. Like, you got to avoid that happening. So, yeah, looking forward to it, man. I gotta stay engaged. You keep forgetting you have some bits. One guy did auto draft and barely touched his team and was runner up. When I was in college, it was before I started the program, my sport management program. So it had to be my sophomore year. I kind of sort of auto drafted, sort of, and I set my lineup week 1 for the entire season, and I won. Ringer small trophy. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you can get them for like 20, $25. I think it's cool to have the trophy that just swaps hands every year. I think that's like the best way to do it personally. That's tough to do, especially with people like across state lines and stuff. You got to go to UPS and like ship it around. But it's cool because then you get it and it's like, oh, look who won last year and the year before that and the year before that. And Yeah, I've done that a couple of times, Jay. It was so funny because like it was in a class too. It was like fall semester, so we had the whole semester together, and we were seeing each other like all the time, and everyone was all stressing about stuff, and I was leveling with everybody. I was like, I'm in 5 leagues. I'm not even looking, not even looking. And then I made the playoffs, and they were like, you should at least change your lineup for the playoffs. And I stopped and thought about it, and I was like, no, we're just gonna let it ride. We're just gonna let it ride exactly how we ended the season. I didn't have anything I wanted to change. I had Aaron Rodgers, my quarterback, and it was back when he was still with Green Bay, killing it. So exactly like the Shiva Trophy from the ring, from the league. Oh, that's such a good show. Classic, classic show. I do love that show. Man, I really hope I'm not getting like sick or something. What is the matter with me? It's not the spiciness from the food. This orange chicken, I chose like the second highest spice level, and it's not even barely any spicy. You know what's funny about the league too? You could not make that show this day. There's no way you could make that show in 2026. I love it. Do that, Jay. Yeah, let's do that. So when I win it this year, it just stays at your place. I'm on board. I'm on board with that plan. All right, guys. Start winding things down. I'm going to bed. I'm so tired. I'm not allowed to go to sleep. When I sleep outside, I'm not allowed to go to sleep for like another 2 hours from now. It's such a very specific period of time that I gotta stay awake all day these days. Oh, thanks for the 100 bits, Jay. I really appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate the biddies. Yeah, I think I'm checking out tomorrow. I mean, sometimes people step in, but I'm still working on the Discord stuff and getting everyone brought over. Um, I'm having a really hard time re-finding people on Discord, so some of you guys might need to reach out to me. Excuse me. Um, but yeah, um, we're doing the best we can, guys. We're gonna keep doing the best we can. Not going to, not really taking any days off either, including today. I'm still here, so. But yeah, we got Fantasy Football League. Got to catch a movie last night, which is really. I'm so pumped. I got to go see that movie. It feels safe to go on the internet again and not have people spoil anything for me. It's so nice. But heading into the week, yeah, I'm just gonna step out. I might need a hand just getting back to Long Beach tomorrow, but once I'm in town, I'll probably stay in town for. I'll probably just try to grind it out for a week outside like we've been doing. I can only do that because the weather's cooperating right now, so. Yeah, dude, definitely recommend it, man. It's a good movie. It's a Spider-Man movie. It's a great movie. It's a great Spider-Man movie. Cinematography's great, acting's great, good characters. Your son wants to see it? Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Be a good father-son outing. Maybe try to drag the rest of the family out too. I don't know what the girls all have going on, but yeah. Hope you guys get a chance to do that, man. And then of course every night that I'm inside, I'll be sure to stream 7:30. I went on at 7 tonight because it's Sunday night, but you guys are movie guys? Oh, I love to hear that. I was just saying earlier how I just movies, not a big movie guru or anything, but I do like going to the movies and checking things out. It's a lot of fun for me. But in fact, I'm probably gonna fall asleep here in a minute watching Captain America: Winter Soldier. Can't really start any TV shows or anything like that. I don't. It's not the right situation to be in to be doing stuff like that. So, but throw on that movie and I'll be asleep in like 20 minutes, guaranteed. So, give me a chance to catch up on some Z's. And my counselor was really concerned. Like, she asked me a lot last appointment if I was like hallucinating or anything, and I had to remind like, no, we're good. I'm not seeing people or things or talking like nothing crazy. But every time I'm outside for more than 3 or 4 days, she always like freaks out. Like, are you okay? Like, are you seeing things? Like, hearing voices? And yeah. So, your oldest, you guys do concerts, movies with him, and then Isa's got food. Olivia likes coffee stuff. You know what, though? This is my last thought that I'm going to share before I hop off for the night, Jay. This is one thing I do love about you and Alicia, and I know that we got a lot of parents in the community, but like, you guys actually know what your children enjoy. With my parents and my family, it was about what they enjoyed. And so the fact that you guys take the time to try to engage with your kids and the things that bring them joy and passion, like that just speaks volumes to not just the type of parents you are, but the kind of people you are. And on top of that, I think that I probably see love in a very similar way that you guys see love, because that is not something that I have ever experienced outside of my marriage. Like, I just didn't have that growing up with my parents. I certainly didn't have it with my grandparents. And, you know, they supported me in different ways. I definitely had one of those grandfathers who never said I love you, but like he'd buy me stuff on occasion. Um, but man, it's just so cool. Like, I would have loved to have had a parent that's like, let's go do something you want to do. I would have loved that. So the fact that you guys take the time to do that with your kids, and it's gonna make their adult life and the relationship that you guys share better too. Like, they'll be in their 30s and 40s, and you guys will still be good friends. And I think that's what you want when you're a parent, is to watch your kid grow up to be happy and know that you can still have a good time with your kid. That's what I would want if I was a parent. So just share my perspective, but I love hearing that kind of stuff. And growing up for you was baseball with your dad and DMX with your stepmom. Yeah, there was a lot of baseball growing up too on my end, definitely. But yeah, I'm gonna hop off here, guys. Lots of little league too. Hopefully I'm not getting sick. But I'm gonna hop off here, and yeah, I'm gonna get ready to go to bed. Finish my food here. I am falling a little bit behind on uploading my VODs over to YouTube, but like, I can do that from the library, so I'm not really stressing. It's okay if it's a couple of days late. I know you guys don't mind. But yeah, we'll do. Yeah, night, Silent J. Take it easy, easy. And Rorio, great seeing you as well. Hopefully, like I said, whenever I'm inside, I'll be online. Come spend time with you and visit with you guys. Um, and just trying to figure out a way to get some more content out to you guys over on YouTube, so that you guys kind of know what's going on. So I'm thinking about doing vlogs again here soon, but I just needed probably a few more weeks to wrap my head around it. Prepare for the incoming abuse that comes with that. So, but I hope you guys all have a good night. Have a great week at work. I hope you guys all enjoy yourself. Take care of yourself. And like I said, every night I'm inside, I'll be here. So take it easy, guys. Thanks again for the time tonight. Really appreciate everyone visiting with me. Have a good one.
Trying to wake up from a dream is harder than it seems. Birds are flying all around. you